Alright, so in the last video, you guys saw the carnage from LS Fest. Burned up number 3 piston. So, you know, I asked you guys for your suggestions. Got a lot of suggestions and a lot of good ones. And most of you guys said, find a 6.0 and take my time and build it right. And you guys are right. That would be ideal. But that's going to take a very long time. And also, this engine was built right too. It was just built from the factory. It was built right. Maybe not right for what we're doing, but it worked. The reason that it failed was a tuning issue. It wasn't a part failure. The damage that I did to this engine would damage a forged piston just the same way. Now that being said, even a built right forged rotating assembly 6.0 would have done the exact same thing as this one did. I'm not saying that that's not the right way to do it, but I am saying that even if I spend all of that money into a forged rotating assembly 6.0 bottom end, I can still burn up a piston the same way I did this 5.3. So until I get some things worked out, I got a couple of 6.0s lined out. So until I get that acquired and save up money for all the parts and everything like that, I don't want the truck just sitting for months and months and months. I want to still enjoy it. So we're going to yank this engine out today, and we are going to see if that cylinder can be cleaned up and if we can get this thing back together, at least for a little while, and at least until I can get a good motor built. I've got a set of pistons over there on the shelf, some used pistons that we can throw in this thing. If we can't get this one cleaned up, I'm sure I could find another cheap 5.3 to throw into it in the meantime. But I don't want the truck down for 6 months while I'm slowly building the good motor, when this 5.3 stock bottom end lasted about 2 years. So I can still play around with the stock bottom end stuff because, I mean, after all, this channel is kind of more driven towards the budget guys, the sloppy mechanic guys, the guys that don't have a huge budget and all the money to just go throw at, you know, a fully forged 6.2 LS3, LS7, 427, you know, something like that crazy. So we're going to show you how to get along and make it work on a budget and still have some fun. So George is on his way. We're going to get this truck flipped around, get the garage cleaned up a little bit, make a little bit more room in here. It's starting to get a little cluttered. I had to go and clean out my storage unit this weekend, so there's going to be a little bit more stuff in here in the garage, which kind of sucks, but getting rid of that storage payment is going to be nice. But yeah, like I said, George is going to get here. We're going to get this truck flipped around so that we can pull the engine out and then hopefully get it disassembled today. So we'll just see how things go, and we'll go from there. I get a lot of questions on this garage floor, although it's very dirty right now, but I get a lot of questions about how durable it is and like these rollers going across it. So as you can see, it doesn't damage it really at all, but man, it's dirty. So definitely dirty, but it just a little light scuffing, which you can kind of polish out. So yeah, and over here I accidentally tipped over this cylinder head right here, and I can't even see where it hit. Yeah, I can't tell where it even hit. Like, it didn't take a chunk out of it or nothing. So, yeah, this garage floor coating is pretty durable. Wind blows all that shit right into my garage.
It does the same to mine.
Huh?
It does the same to mine.
What'd you bring?
Some drinks.
Some drinks? What kind of drinks? I see a Modelo in there.
Like that one?
Like what?
Like this? I know you like them like this.
See, George brings me beer, and I give him parts. That's our friendship.
So did you decide if you want to take the front end off or not?
That's what I said. You bring me beer, and I give you parts.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I like what we have going on. You know, things just keep working out.
Oh, the old lift plate. I just use a chain usually. Just doot doot.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if I got bolts long enough to
go through both.
To put that on, but we'll see.
I mean, it's up to you.
I should still have the stock bolts. Are the stock bolts long enough?
I used header bolts, and those seem to have more than enough thread. Because you use 6, it should be more than
Gotcha.
enough. But I mean, if you don't want to.
I was gonna say I might just throw a chain on it because I can just hook a chain to there on that stud, put this stud in, and
yeah,
take it out.
Make
We'll see.
Make your life a little bit faster.
Alright,
You okay?
We're gonna take it off right here.
You got it?
We're gonna put this on first.
I didn't know which way you rolled, but you like doing it the easy way, and I appreciate that.
What way do you do it? Try and
The first
Pulled
time
it up with it hanging?
The first time, yes. We were like, why is this so goddamn hard to do? And then we realized, well, you're supposed to take it off the stand and adjust the arm. Especially on that stupid inline six, the bell housing is like so small, so the bolt pattern makes it so the arms are all almost touching every single one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta like adjust it just perfectly. And doing it while it's on the stand is fucking terrible.
So you want to get it fairly centered and even, so that when you rotate it, it's not like, son of a bitch.
Incorrecto.
Just wrong on everything today. Anyway, so that when you rotate it, it's not like, wow, all the weight's on one side. You know, when you rotate it,
Yeah.
and it like, wham.
So that explains much of my issues trying to rotate engines. Because that's happened on several occasions.
Try and get it somewhat centered with the mass of the engine, you know. And it'll probably still do it.
I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Tis what it tis. Taint what it taint.
You already drained the oil out of it?
No,
Well, just put a drain pan under it anyway.
I don't think I did, because my oil pan over there is full.
Oh yeah, and you changed to a 4L, that's stuff.
Yep. So that would be a negative.
Nice.
So we'll drain it.
You got another pan or
No, I'll empty that into a
gallon?
into a jug. Alright, I got a sweat line.
Well, to avoid making a mess, might as well just drain it now. So you don't have to worry about the engine stand anymore. Just let it piss right into the pan.
Doesn't look really shiny at all. But it's weird how it's coming out real slow. Like there's
Stuff blocking it.
something blocking it.
That's not good. Want a little screwdriver?
Yeah. There's some shiny. There's some metallic. It's coming out faster now.
Did your drain plug have a magnet? Oh,
It'd be aluminum
Yeah.
on the piston. No, it doesn't have a magnet.
I'm pretty sure you can.
To me, it just looks like some melted aluminum stuck to it. So it might come off. I don't know. If we can get it to clean up to where I think it will be alright, then we'll probably slap those 4.8 pistons that you gave me in it. And just kind of sloppy stage 2 this thing together. So we'll try and piece this thing back together for now while we can slowly build a 6.0. I mean, yeah, forged bottom end I can run more boost, more power. So when we want to run with the big dogs, that's what we'll need. But till then, just to have fun with the truck, we'll try and get this thing going again. Nani's got that short block 6.0 that he told me he'd sell. But we all know he don't get rid of shit. There'll come time to buy it and he'll be like, oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah, where's that pen grade sponsorship when you need it?
Right? This thing's gonna drain forever. Alright, get in here. the AC going in here. Oh, baby. It's not quite cold yet. What's the temperature out there today?
Hot.
99.
It ain't even full swing yet.
I know, that's not even hot yet. Alright, so we got the motor out. Now we're going to flip this thing over. Remove this piston and this piston, because this one, ooh, that might, I never noticed that.
What?
That one got scorched pretty good, the cylinder wall. I never noticed that when it's in the truck. Look at that one.
Ooh.
Look at it too, like right there. I can't tell if that's...
Oh, that's not looking so hot.
Yeah, that one might be worse than this one. I mean, this one looks worse, but...
That one definitely feels worse.
Mm-hmm.
Catch a nail on that.
Well, you know, we ain't got nothing else to do, so...
The ball home's for him.
Yeah, we ain't got nothing else to do, so we'll tear it down and see if we can clean it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I told you the piston didn't break. She melted. That was a good one.
Oh, damn.
This is pretty dirty. Kind of dirty.
So what kind of oil are we using for honing today?
The oil we drained out of it.
Still good.
It's still good. Whoops. George, you were in charge of tightening the drill. Oh, this is going to make a mess.
Oh, I know.
I don't really care because I don't think it's going to make any difference. This battery just died. Why is everything that I have dead?
Including your truck?
Including my truck.
You gotta spit on it.
I can already feel that it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a lot off, but I think it's taken it off, but there's a lot to go still.
I mean, you're gonna have to get it machined if this doesn't work. So, I mean, you might as well just keep going.
There's a lot of aluminum stuck to it. So it might take a few passes.
You don't stop it in the bore.
Huh?
You don't stop it in the bore. That's bad for it.
It came out of the drill.
Is there enough aluminum in it to call an L33 or what?
I don't think so. getting less. But there's still a lot.
Yeah, right there in that patch.
And all the way down here. I mean, it goes the whole...
So my question is, if you were to re-ring it and leave some of it in there, wouldn't the rings just scrape it off?
No. I just wipe out the rings.
Oh, that's true. They're not that strong.
Just gonna wipe out the rings. The rings will never seat. No, I don't think there's any save in this one. I mean,
Machine shop.
Yeah, it could be machine and new pistons. It can be bored over, but
That might be your cheapest.
Huh?
That might be your cheapest way out.
No.
Because you're gonna want forged pistons.
So, yeah, I could bore this and put forged internals in this and make it like, what would it be?
Probably next thing would be a 5.7 or a 383.
Yeah, make it a 5.7 with forged internals. Put all the money into this, or just start with a 6.0. But yeah, I don't know. Everybody's saying go 6.0, go 6.0. Actually, there's a lot of people that said to go with a 4.8 and send it, but
why would they want you to have less power?
Right? Because, man, you just put a turbo on, just put more boost to it. But with a 4.8, you got to boost the brains out of it to make the power of a 6.0 on low boost. The more power you start with naturally aspirated, the more power you'll have, or the less boost you'll have to run to make big power. So yeah, I could put a 4.8 in it because they're cheap and dime a dozen, but gonna have to boost the brains out of it, and it's always gonna be on kill. So
you'll always be running it on the ragged edge instead of just running
yeah,
it.
I mean, to make the same amount of power as a 6 liter on, say, 7 pounds of boost, you're probably going to have 14 pounds of boost on the 4.8, so whatever. I don't know. I've never been interested in 4.8, so there's no replacement for displacement. No offense, George, because I know you got a 4.8 in your truck.
Oh, my Silverado?
Yeah.
Hey man, it works. It's weird. It's a weird options package.
Yeah.
It's 4x4, 4x8.
It is weird that it's in a 4-wheel drive, but someone wanted a cheaper truck.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't think there's any saving this without machine work. And this one, as you can see, that one got a little toasty. That one was number 3, the one that was definite. And then this one was number 7 that had the crack. And you can see it torched it too. All the way down through there. So 2-cylinder walls are pretty much toast. And some of the rod bearings didn't look great, but they were probably okay. I'd rerun them. The main bearings look good, the ones that we checked.
The one
that we checked. The thrust bearing looked brand new. It didn't look like it had any thrust on it at all, which is cool. Doesn't matter because this block is junk without machine work, so. I think that's going to do it though for this video. What do you think, George?
6.0.
You're no good.
No good.
The old 5.3. Gonna be laid to rest.